Robot Disney has an opening date, mine carts are rolling in Japan, and OMG, I can't stop watching this tiger baby. It's your theme park news update for the week of December 12th. Hi guys, welcome to the show. How's everyone? Good. I'm alright, thanks for asking. Having a little bit of a blank coming up with an intro to this week's show. I guess it happens. Hey, maybe we should just hop right into some headlines. Disney has announced the dates for the 2025 Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. I assume they're allowed to say international since so much of it takes place in World Showcase, but really, isn't that kind of cheating, Disney? Next year's event is blooming from March 5th to June 2nd. It's almost like they hold this event during spring every year. The 2025 event is celebrating 30 years of the festival, which is crazy because 30 years ago, most of the Garden Rocks bands would still have been considered legacy acts. Speaking of Garden Rocks, they dropped the first crop of performers, which include Air Supply, Rick Springfield, 38 Special, and Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noone. How are any of Herman's Hermits even still alive? I assume since it's starring original lead singer Peter Noone, that the rest of the Hermits are dead. Or maybe zombified. Additional info on bands and food will be dropped sometime next year. Also due to drop sometime next year, Peter Noone. I don't feel good about that one. I really hope Peter Noone stays healthy so you guys don't accuse me of killing him. This is more of a PSA than it is a news story. The Disney Parks YouTube does this weekly behind-the-scenes look at baby tiger Baxo. That's not his name. Baxo? Okay, Baxo. I should have probably practiced that. And his mom, Sony, in something called Tiger TV Tuesday, and I just can't deal with this level of cuteness. Or Baxo. Or words. How long do you guys think I could realistically have a baby tiger before it viciously mauls me like an aging magician? Because all I want to do is snuggle this little guy. He'd probably just eat my house cats, but at least it would be insanely adorable. Baby Baxo is the newest tiger cub to be born at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and he's a big deal since tigers are in a steep decline with less than 600 Sumatran tigers left in the world. Even in captivity, tiger births are still pretty rare, and Baxo is the first tiger born in the parks in 7 years. According to the Disney Parks vlog, tigers are considered umbrella species, which means that conservation efforts to preserve them actually extend down to other species within their habitats. Also, if you think all of this was just filler so I could stare at more baby tiger footage, you'd be exactly right. In a few months, you'll be able to see baby Baxo and his mom when they rejoin the Maharaja Jungle's Trek at Disney's Animal Kingdom. That was very hard to say. All of those words in that, so hard to say. Donkey Kong Land is opening this week at Universal Japan, and while it might not be a park that a lot of us can visit, it still offers our first glimpse at what the Donkey Kong minecart attraction is going to look like when it debuts at Epic Universe in Orlando next May. Ride and queue POVs are leaking out, but a lot of it is in Japanese, and I got too busy to learn the language on Duolingo. At least that's what I'm telling everyone, because it sounds better than telling the world that I'm too stupid to learn Japanese. I never realized how the loading area seems to be kind of an Omnimover experience. That's an interesting setup, especially since each of the mine carts are individual and not linked together. I think this is the first time I've seen a coaster setup like that, making it more of a dark ride than an actual coaster. Am I wrong? Maybe. I did prove how stupid I was when I tried to learn Japanese. If you don't want to wait till May, then carry yourself over to Japan now and ride for yourself. They're releasing a Universal Orlando license plate, but I don't live in Florida, so I can't have one. I mean, I guess I could go down there and steal one and then put it on my car, but that seems pretty illegal, right? Also, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't really know anything about laws, but that probably won't hold up in court. Nothing about this plan seems smart. So anyway, I'm moving to Florida just so I can have a license plate. Some news items also double as my vision board and wish list. Disneyland has set a date for the new show Walt Disney: A Magical Life that features that robot Walt Disney that probably isn't going to gain sentience and kill us all, but really, that risk is never 0%, right? If you're ready to greet your new audio animatronic overlord, then get over to Disneyland's Main Street Opera House on May 16th, 2025. I'm kind of excited about this. I have no idea, nor will I even try to imagine what Walt himself would think about it. But I don't know. I'd be okay if I were made into an animatronic once I died. In fact, I'm probably going to put that in my will. But I also completely understand those that are against it. Debates like these are always going to be a potential hotbed for arguments and fights, but that doesn't mean that we have to be mean about it. Let's continue being civil. Unless Robot Disney starts destroying our cities, at which point we should all be working together to bring him down anyway. It's that time of year where we all start thinking about some of the things that we're thankful for. Yes, I know that sounds like a Thanksgiving thing, but who cares? I'm doing it now. So I guess it's a holiday thing. Here's my list of 10 things I'm thankful for at the Disney World parks, and a thing I call Listomania. Number 10, theming. I've been to other theme parks, and there's just something special about Walt Disney World. And that special ingredient, it's theming. It's one of the things that utterly blew me away as a kid. When I got older and started reading into the engineering of what went into that theming, that's when it became next level. Forced perspective, sight lines, the fact that stretching room has no windows and no doors. How am I going to escape? It's the little things, like how the music blends seamlessly between areas in the Magic Kingdom. That commitment to detail is something to celebrate. Tower of Terror can be seen from World Showcase. Hey, no problem. Paint it to look like it belongs to the Moroccan skyline. Has theming started to fall off a little bit? I guess. But there's still a lot of magic in some of the new stuff like Galaxy's Edge, Pandora, and Cosmic Rewind. That's why I'm thankful for Disney's theming. Number 9, Disney Springs. If shopping could be considered an attraction, then Disney Springs would be the 5th theme park. I love Disney Springs. Sorry, Universal City Walk. You just can't compete with the vibrant and dynamic shops, restaurants, and entertainment that the Springs offers. Even if I can't get a reservation at one of the higher-end eateries, I know that I can at least grab a delicious burger at Deluxe. World of Disney and Lego are 2 stores I have to visit when I'm there, or else I feel incomplete. And is there a better way to spend a Florida night than strolling through all of the streetmosphere? All of these reasons make me thankful for Disney Springs. Number 8, the character interactions. Okay, story time. During the first year of dating my now wife, I took her on a Disney trip, mostly to see if she could hang with it or if I was doomed to be dumped once she realized she was dating one of those weird Disney psychopaths. I took her to the Star Wars launch bay to meet Chewbacca. She was very, very resistant. In fact, I believe her actual words were, "That's just a guy in a suit." We walk in, he turns to greet us, and she gives him the biggest hug, having a complete crying fit. She then goes on to completely trigger him by telling Chewie that she was so sorry for the loss of Han Solo, which he then gave his huge bellowing cry. But there I am, watching the woman that I would eventually marry succumb to the magic of Disney. As we were walking out, she said, "I can't believe we got to meet the real Chewbacca." And that is why I'm thankful for character interactions. Number 7, World Showcase. Drinking around the world, shopping around the world, traversing like 3.5 miles, all of it's amazing. If you had asked 12-year-old Matt what he thought of the World Showcase, he would have asked if, instead of walking back there, we could just ride Journey into Imagination or World of Motion again. But adult me, World Showcase is the reason I go. And no, not just to drink. Also, I go to eat. It's amazing how my love for World Showcase continues to evolve. In recent years, I love nothing more than to find a nice spot in Morocco to just taste in the ambiance. That doesn't make sense. I love nothing more than to find a nice spot in Morocco to just drink in that ambiance. Also to actually drink. Oh, and to eat. Whenever anyone brings up visiting a foreign country, I always say, why would I do that when I can just go to World Showcase? And that's why I'm thankful for it. Number 6, the Disney fan community. Can it be toxic? Sure. Is it also a group of amazing people that just want to feel Disney magic? Even more so. There's always a shared bond I feel whenever I meet someone that's a Disney Parks fan. We have like a shared shorthand. They know that it's not Fast Pass, it's Lightning Lane. That it's Disneyland that's the happiest place on earth, and that Disney World is the most magical place on earth. Best of all, they understand and feel the same kind of butterflies that I do. It's not weird to them. And I'll never have to explain to a Disney fan why I'm always vacationing there. And for those reasons, I'm thankful for Diz fans. Number 5, the behind the scenes tours. It is awesome that I can take a tour of Living with the Land's greenhouses, or go backstage on Keys to the Kingdom, or have lunch with an Imagineer. Although they probably won't let me pet a baby tiger, I'm sure if I come up with enough money, I could make that happen too. Giving fans access to these experiences is why I'm thankful for behind the scenes tours. Number 4, the Millenium Falcon. Every time I see it, I have to stop myself from crying in public. Say what you want about Galaxy's Edge, but to be able to see a fictional spaceship that I've grown up loving right there in front of me, that's a special kind of magic. I am so thankful they built the Millenium Falcon. I just wish I'd finally learned how to spell it, but at least I am thankful for it. Number 3, the Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is life. That's all I have to say about that. I don't even like spooky stuff, but from the moment I saw Madame Leota's head inside her crystal ball, I was done for. It's why I know what a Pepper's ghost effect is. And let's put one debate to rest. It's 1,000,000 times better than Pirates of the Caribbean. Come at me in the comments. I know what I said. I'd say I'm most thankful for the Haunted Mansion, but there are still 2 other things on this list. Number 2, Spaceship Earth. I don't know if it's because I'm a child of the 80s or because it evokes an air of science, technology, and an optimistic view of the future, but one of my favorite things to look at is Spaceship Earth. I'll just stare at that reflecty ball for hours. I even love Spaceship Earth. It's become a ritual and I feel bad for dragging people on it anytime I'm near it. And the light show at night, perfection. I'd be happy if my final moment on Earth was staring at that sphere. I am super thankful for Spaceship Earth. Number 1, the American Adventure. The American Adventure in the American Pavilion is a pretty cool show. I guess it is anyway. You know what? I don't know if I've ever seen it all the way through. I'm thankful for it because it provides the best nap spot in all of Disney World. The air condition is just right. The seats are comfortable enough. And its placement in the middle of World Showcase puts it at the exact right spot for anyone that's had a little too much to drink and a little too much to eat. Plus, those bathrooms are stellar. I'm sure the show's great. I've heard there's an animatronic Ben Franklin that walks up the stairs. That's kind of cool. But I can't confirm because I'm dead asleep as soon as that curtain goes up. I love it enough to make it the number 1 thing I'm thankful for. What are some of the Disney Park things that make your list? Drop me a line and let me know what you're thankful for as a Disney Parks fan. And there we go. That brings us to another ending. Another week of park news is done as we look forward to whatever it is that 2025 is going to bring us. Of course, we know exactly what it's going to bring. In fact, let me know what you're looking forward to the most. I'd love to put together some of your responses for what you're excited to see in 2025. Of course, you can always shoot me a message on Bluesky, and feel free to follow me over there while you're at it. I'll see you guys next week. God, I really use one of those American Adventure naps right now. It's not the same.